Lights. Oh, Johnny, were you doing lights? No, I just wonder if we can get the spots off the screen. Can we do that? Just so the screen is more visible. Yes, there you go. Oh, you're in the dark though. I don't know if is that all right? Oh, there you go. No, that's no good. We'll get this right. No, that's no good. We're gonna cheer when it's perfect. Keep trying. Yay! All right, if you're in the dark for a little bit, you can't bring those lights on? There you go, that's it. Don't switch a thing, that's perfect. Big hand for whoever's on lights, I don't even know who's up there. Thank you. Awesome. And big hand for JROTC coming in right now. They're gonna help you with the tours. Look at the beautiful formation and the way they come down in a line. That does not happen by accident. Thank you, guys. Awesome. It looks like almost our whole program is here. We're gonna have almost a tour guide for every 5 parents here. That's amazing. You all came out here tonight. I appreciate that. After a full day of lip dub and all of that, really appreciate it. Why did we change everything when it was perfect? Stay right there. Don't move it. Perfect. Okay. All right. So should we get? Do they have the translation thingies? They're good. Everybody's good. Okay.
If anybody needs a translator, just please go out to the. Oh, en Spanish. Si necesitan un traductor, por favor, ir a la mesa de seguridad.
Okay. We've got all right, here's how we're going to do this first. Hold on. I'm still recovering. So we had our lip dub today, and if you don't know what that is, you're going to find out. And so I'm still reeling from the excitement of all of that today. And because I'm just me, and I like to have a good time, I try to celebrate the positive things we do at Westhill on my Instagram. And here's how we're going to start this, even before I introduce myself, which I haven't done yet, and start the presentation. So when I say welcome to Westhill, you better act like you're pumped, okay? So you gotta cheer loud and you gotta get excited. Can you handle that? I'm gonna see, because there's only gonna be one take, so don't be shy. All right, class of 2029, welcome to Westhill! Yeah! Now what I do is, I have this little app and I splice all the little videos together and it looks really, really good. But the fact of the matter is, it is really good because it's exciting. And so with that, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Mike Rinaldi and I am the very, very proud principal of Westhill High School. And it's a pleasure to see you all this evening. Just a couple of, I don't know if they're fun facts, but I'll share this with you. I graduated from Westhill High School, parents and kids. I graduated in 1982. And yeah, that's a long time ago. And this is actually at Westhill, where I discovered that I wanted to be a teacher. And before we even had a club named Best Buddies, which was a club we have now for students who befriend and work with and socialize with special needs students. I started volunteering with special needs students when I was a junior in high school. I did not even think about wanting to go to college, quite honestly. Didn't really know what I wanted to do until I started volunteering in that capacity, and I discovered I wanted to be a special education teacher. And not to sound corny about it, but I guess the rest is history. So this is all. This is also my 38th year in the school district. So I've been an educator with the Stanford Public Schools now for 38 years. To be able to, and it's not ending anytime soon, but to be able to have the tail end of my career be in the capacity of the principal of the high school where I discovered that I wanted to be a teacher is legitimately better than any fairy tale. I honestly couldn't have written a better script, and I have been pretty pumped up my whole career, but I have been thrilled as principal, and I continue to be very, very grateful for the opportunity to help lead this school. Because I say help lead this school because it doesn't happen without wonderful other administrators and teachers and adults who work in this building. So, welcome to Westhill High School. This is our administrative team. That's a picture we're all very proud of. We took many shots until we felt like we got it right, so I hope you are as impressed with our picture as we were. And so I've introduced myself. I'm standing right there in the middle. Next to, on the far right, on that picture, that is Mr. Ayala. He is our 9th grade administrator, and he is standing right over there. And you can applaud, because we're going to try to be excited. Yes, thank you, very good. And the next person, Ms. Fabre, in the picture is standing to my right, and she is up on stage with me right there. It's Ms. Fabre. And she's the 10th grade administrator. There is another Rinaldi, Mr. Peter Rinaldi, the younger, smarter Rinaldi, is our 11th grade administrator, and he is standing right over there. Miss Obis is our current 12th grade administrator, and where'd she go? Oh, right there, very good. Thank you, Miss Obis. Our MTSS, and you will be hearing from him in a bit during our presentation, is the incomparable Mr. Ortiz. Where is Mr. Ortiz? Right over there. And our athletic director is actually at an event for athletic directors tonight. That's Mr. Cerrone. He could not be here. He is the gentleman standing next to Ms. Fabre in the picture. So that's our administrative team, and we are here. Our purpose every single day is to do everything we can to assure that your children are getting the best education they can possibly receive. That's our #1 and only mission every single day. Next slide. Okay. So parents, and actually, I kind of found something out. Raise your hand if you went to Westhill High School. Parents. Okay. And if you went, so I don't think there are any parents here who graduated in '82. I can't believe I'm at that place in my life. But even back then, our motto was Westhill and proud, okay? And when I became principal 8 years ago, we decided, let's give that proud, let's make it into an acronym, and let's have it actually stand for something. Because people would say, what does it mean to be Westhill proud? Well, we're proud of our school, we're proud of, what does it mean? And so this is what we came up with 8 years ago, and it's going to be hard for you to see everything. This entire presentation, by the way, will be on our website, so you can check it out later. But I'm going to talk about what it means to be proud, and then we're going to talk about the information underneath the acronym PROUD. So, and students, incoming 9th graders, raise your hand. Where are you? Okay, pay attention, because I decided I'm going to throw a trivia question out there. It's going to be one question. If you get the answer right, if I pick you, and you get the answer right, I've already informed our spirit wear table, where they're selling sweatshirts and things, that you can go, if you get it right, and you can pick something out, and your soon-to-be principal will cover the cost. So, pay attention. You might get picked, and you might get a hoodie that you can wear to your middle school and be the envy of everyone, okay? So, at least that's what I tell myself. Okay, so the P in PROUD stands for purposeful. If you are a student at Westhill, you come to school on purpose every day. On purpose. Ready to work hard. Ready to be a good friend. Ready to represent yourself and your family to the best of your ability every single day. Believing in yourself and striving to be the very best you can be on purpose. So the P stands for purposeful. Remember I told you about the trivia question? Pay attention. Okay, the R stands for respectful. It's very, very important that our students understand how important it is to be respectful. Respectful to their classmates, respectful to their teachers, respectful to the environment. This is our home. And respectful to your family, because when you're here, you are an extension of your family. You're representing your family everywhere you go. So it's super, super important if you are a student at Westhill High School to understand, if you're Westhill and proud, you are respectful. The O stands for on track. And you notice that the O is larger than any other letter, and we're going to get to what that means in a minute. So we're going to leave that for now. The U stands for united. If you are a Westhill Viking, you are united. You may have gone to Clunin, where you are the Bulldogs. You may have gone to, there you go, big ups to Clunin, apparently. You may have gone to Turner River, okay? Titans, whatever, Schofield, wherever, you may be new to Stanford. Wherever you went to middle school, that's wonderful, that's beautiful. You got to keep that in your heart. But now that you're here at Westhill, we're united as Vikings, and that matters. And trust me, one of the more exciting things I've been able to do as principal is host class reunions. And believe me, guys, when you get some distance, you're going to look back at your high school years, if you put the right energy into it, with a lot of pride, and you're going to feel, wow, we were all Vikings. And last year, I welcomed back the class of 1973, the first graduating class. 72, was it 2 or 3? I can't remember. But they came back. Some of those folks hadn't seen each other since they graduated in the early 70s, and that's 10 years before I graduated. They were so excited to see each other, and they had all these memories. That's what this is about, too. You're united as Vikings, and you build these memories together, and that's what the U stands for. And the D stands for driven. And we struggled with the D. I remember that very distinctly. What are we going to say for D? And we came up with driven. And that doesn't mean that you're driven to exhaustion, or you're driven to, you're driving yourself crazy trying to get everything done. High school's busy. It's a lot of pressure. But you're driven to succeed, and you're driven to make the most out of your experience. And if you're driven that way, that doesn't mean you're not going to stumble. That doesn't mean you're not going to fail. That doesn't mean you're not going to have challenges. But it means that every day you're going to get up, and you're going to get after it again. Because you're driven to make the most out of your high school experience, and the most, quite honestly, out of your life. Because after high school, your trajectory in life is going to go in a lot of different directions. But these last 4 years of your schooling, of your mandatory schooling, are going to have a very, very large influence and impact on where you're going to go and the kind of life you're going to lead. So coming to school and being driven to succeed is super, super important, okay? So now, back to the O, on track. This is all data. This is not just my opinion, so hear this very carefully. Freshman year is arguably your most important year in high school, because how you start is very often how you're going to finish. So being successful during your freshman year is critical. And there are 4 components or 4 factors to help you to stay, what we say, on track in order to graduate on time in June of 2029. That's crazy, 2029. And those 4 indicators are 90% or better attendance. You cannot do well in school, let alone high school, if you are not in class. And you're going to hear more about the attendance policy when Mr. Ortiz speaks. It is critical. You should be out only when you are ill or you have some kind of family emergency. You need to be in school, okay? That's super important. So 90% or plus attendance. Passing 6 or more classes. That should go without saying. GPA, guys, grade point average, credits. This is high school. You're going to learn all about that soon. But you have to pass your classes. And quite honestly, that's the one I really don't like very much because that's minimal. You should be doing a lot better than passing. But if you don't pass your classes, you're not going to earn credits because you need credits. You need your credits to graduate. Okay, next is zero suspension. That's the other one I wish I didn't even have to mention. Because, listen, the time for foolishness, the time for immaturity, and you're not adults, I get it, but that's gone now. You're going to be in high school, and you need to conduct yourself with self-control and with some self-discipline, and you need to behave in a manner where you're not going to get yourself in trouble because that's going to mess things up big time. And then last but not least, you got to get B's or better. I mentioned the GPA. You got to get at least a 3.0. You got to strive for it. And you can do it. And I mentioned my own experience in high school. And I struggled. More than a little bit. But I got it together, obviously. I know when I say to you, I know you can succeed. When I say to you, I know you can get a 3.0 or better. I know that because I was you. And maybe I struggled more than you ever will. So now I bless all that struggle because now I know I can speak with authority on it. You can do it. And you can be super successful if you remember this. Now, here's another hint. We're going to switch the slide, but I hope you remember what I just talked about. Hint, hint, wink, wink. Next slide. Okay. Cell phones. Okay. I have a cell phone. I don't remember what is it. It's the iPhone, whatever it is. The last, I don't know, 13. I don't remember. But I use it all the time. And some of you may know I am also on social media. I'm on Instagram. And I'm on my Instagram every day, at least Monday through Friday. I start my day out in front of the building and I do a live. And I take a picture of the sunrise, and that's how I like to start my day. So I have a phone, and I look at it. But I don't look at it while I'm working. Now, sometimes I do check my email on my phone, so that's working. But we now have, in the Stanford Public School System, a policy for cell phones. You can't take them out. If you take them out, if they're seen, they're going to be confiscated, and your parents are going to have to come pick them up. Okay? When you go into the classroom, you put your phone up in this phone caddy, and then you pick it up when you leave. We use our phones for passes. It's called Minga. You're going to learn all about that when you come to school in the fall. But when you are in class, your phone is not a part of that equation. When you're at lunchtime, you can use your phones. Obviously, use your phones when you come to school if you want. But listen, I could really, really go all in on that, and there's a lot of information out there and books and studies about social media and the effects and all that, but the most important thing, in my view, is kids, you're all forgetting how to talk to each other. You're all forgetting how to just be bored. It's important to be bored. How about that? Like, you just have to learn to build relationships and to enjoy your life without constantly checking to see how many likes you have for this or that or whatever it is. And quite honestly, too, the last thing I'll say about it, you are all in each other's business too much. If I hoped somebody called me at home, I had to take the phone and stretch the cord all the way down to the porch to have a private conversation. And now you all got each other's locations. You're all in that Life 360. You know where everybody is 24/7. You don't do anything without, and that's ridiculous. So stop. At least in school, I could tell you that you can't use your phone. So that's the deal with that. All right, now, I think the next slide is Johnny's, right? All right, so before, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give this over, and we're gonna meet all our department heads. We're gonna learn about different departments. You're gonna meet the APs, and then I need somebody to remind me to come back with my trivia question for the prize. Okay? All right. Thank you. I will see you at the end of the presentation. Thank you, everybody. Now a big hand for Mr. Ortiz. Mr. Ortiz is up.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Johnny Ortiz. I am the MTSS here at Westhill. Quick question, really quick, unrelated to attendance, about the translation earpiece that we're using. Para los que están escuchando con el audífono, ¿está funcionando la traducción? Sí está funcionando. Okay, I think we're good. Welcome to Westhill. Like I said, I'm Johnny Ortiz. I'm the MTSS, which stands for Multi-Tiered Systems of Support Specialist. Long name. When I meet you more in the fall, when you arrive and throughout your years here, you'll learn a little bit more of what I do here on a daily basis. But for today, attendance. Attendance does fall under my responsibilities. And before I get into my short conversation about it here, can I just get a raise of hands? Who is an incoming student here next year? How many we got? We've got a good amount. Okay, you could put your hand down, but another question for that same group. Who thinks attendance is important? Attending classes is important. Okay, a little less hands were raised there, but I like the fact that many of you agree. Parents and guardians, who thinks attendance is important in school? Okay, so I see many, many hands, if not all the hands, up in the air now. As you can see, we agree with you. Stanford Public Schools, Westhill High School, we agree with every single person that raised their hand just now, students and parents and guardians. So this year, Stanford Public Schools rolled out an updated attendance policy. Ever since COVID, the attendance policy, for obvious reasons, wasn't really enforced or implemented. We are now 3 quarters into this school year. I have not heard anything about attendance being waived. Therefore, the attendance policy is here to stay throughout this year, next year, and beyond. On the school website and on the Stanford Public Schools website, there is a copy for you to read from start to finish if you would like. On the school website, there is a summary more of it if you would like to go on the attendance section of the website. Really quick in general, our website in general is very updated. Our go-to for our attendance, for our website is very, very on top of announcements, updating information, updating videos. So please, in general, just check it out when you get a chance. But going back to attendance, the actual policy obviously is too long to go over. Long story short with it, we have 4 periods a day here at Westhill. Periods 1 through 3 run every other day. So one day, yes, you have those classes. One day you don't. The next day you do. In those periods that run every other day, you're not allowed to go over 3 unexcused absences per quarter. So from September to November, that's first quarter, you cannot go over 3 unexcused absences in periods 1 through 3. In that same quarter, last period is a shorter period, but it runs every single day. You're not allowed to go over 5 unexcused absences in period 4 throughout the quarter. If you do go over, and I'll quickly go over the documentation process, if you go over but you've submitted doctor's notes, parent notes, other types of legitimate reasons that you were out and you submitted that documentation, you can be at 7, but if the number of excused ones bring you below the 3 or the 5, you still keep your grade. And again, when you join us in the fall, I go over it all in more detail. But this year, it was the first year it's been implemented in a while. It's quarterly. So every quarter, you have those 3 and those 5 to be under. Bottom bullet point here explains what we do for students who are out. Every year, there's a new attendance absence documentation form. It's a form that every single student has access to with their school Gmail account. Instead of bringing me paper notes, I don't receive those anymore. We're leaning throughout the last few years, not only in attendance, but in general, with Google Classroom. Everything is much more virtual nowadays. So that doctor's note, that parent note, that whatever it might have been, does not get brought to me. If you bring it to me, I'll show you how to upload it. But again, I don't take notes anymore. So it's all done virtually. It's translated in Spanish as well. But over the fall, I'll go into it in more detail. Before I leave, because I know we have many, many other speakers, the biggest thing I would like to say is attendance is important for students, attendance is important for us adults. At the same time as you're supposed to turn in notes for the times you are out of school, is the same way us staff members have to document our absences every morning that we're out. So what we try to do is we teach teenagers and young adults things that they're going to use in life after high school. And it might not be exactly the same, but the idea and the concept behind it is obviously there. So I look forward to seeing everyone in the fall. If you have any questions, hablo español también. Si necesitan alguna ayuda, me pueden dejar saber cuando me vean o me pueden escribir o llamar. Mi información está en el sitio web. Any questions, my contact information is on the website. If you ever have any questions, here to help out. Thank you, everyone. Okay, so as we continue, we have many of our department heads here at this presentation. And one by one, they'll begin coming up, explaining a little bit about courses, expectations, and what their department consists of. And we start with our career and technical education.
Thank you, Mr. Ortiz.
Big hand for Ms. Kumar, please.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome class of 2029. We are so glad you are here, and I am Kim Kumar, and I am the department chair for the career and technical education. As you see, for all the classes you take in our department, you get the STEM credit, and you're going to be prepared for the high school years and beyond. We have many pathways to choose from, so you can look at a program of studies and see where are your interests, and then you can choose based on your interests. And I'm going to come to that in the next slide. Okay, actually there is right here, the finance, marketing, accounting, construction, manufacturing, management, computer science. You can choose way too many things in our department based on what you like. And what we really focus on, we have the career-connected learning. We focus on the career development, work-based learning, and career-connected coursework. So all the classes in our department are going to actually, the skills that you're going to learn in our department is going to go a long way through not only in your college, but well beyond your college years, okay? Now, one thing which I would say from class of 2027, the personal finance is now a graduation requirement. The financial literacy is a graduation requirement which you all have to take. We have many enrichment clubs that go with our classes. We have FBLA. We just have 23 students compete in the state leadership conference last week, and we had about 20 winners for the state conference, and they're going to the national competition in California. 3D design, stock market and challenge, stock market and investment club. We actually won first place in the state last year. Entrepreneurship, web design, game design, to name a few. There are many more to choose from. Next slide, please. Okay, so the freshman classes that we have here are career pathways and success skills, business concepts, information technology and design, introduction to typing and digital communications, Internet of Things, game design, wood technology, introduction to manufacturing. We are actually introducing the first AP class in our department, the AP Cybersecurity. We have cybersecurity, Python, and web design. So you can see we have a wide range of classes, and whatever your interest is, high school is for your place to see where your interests are, what you like, and if you get into a class, oh, I hated this, so maybe I'm not going to pursue that when I go to the next level, okay? And what we basically say in our department is career and technical education is equal to success. The last 3 classes are actually the full year classes, and the top few classes are semester classes. And you can see there are many different Connecticut career clusters, and that's where we get our pathways from. And the program of study is very nicely organized to see where all the different pathways and what classes you should be taking in our department if you're interested in one specific pathway. Next slide, please. Okay, and this is what we really are proud of at Westhill High School, which is the Academy of Finance. Academy of Finance is a very, very special program which is actually only available in 3 districts in Connecticut. So students, if you want to differentiate yourself from your peers at Westhill and Stamford or in the entire state of Connecticut, this is the program you should be looking for. It is also an inter-district program now, so students who have to go to Stamford High can come to Westhill for this program. It is it's a cohort program, and it's a 3-year program. You take a series of classes, and it's a very sought out after program. But if you are interested in this program, because it starts in 10th grade, these are the 2 classes you should take in your freshman year, so you have done the basic requirements. And as you move to the next level, you don't have to worry about the basic requirements. Part of this program is also a paid internship. Everybody becomes part of FBLA and compete in different competitions, and the list goes on and on. So there is not much to lose by just giving 1 class period for this program, and you should really consider that if you want to differentiate yourself from your peers at Stanford and the state of Connecticut when you're applying to colleges. It is what we call as Academy of Finance program. Thank you so much.
Hello, my name is Denise Grant. I'm the department head for multilingual learners. We're also called the EL department. The courses that students take here are to help them learn English.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Big hand for Miss Grant, everybody.
Okay. So we have student ESL A, B, C, D, and we also offer sheltered classes and bilingual classes where students learn content area in their native language with the intention of learning English so they don't lose out on content. I don't have much time, so good luck, everybody.
Up next is Michael Capriardi, Math Department Head.
Hello. I am Mike Capriati. I'm the Math Department Chair here at Westhill High School. And for next year, we'll be fully integrated into our integrated math course system. So it used to go Algebra 1, Geometry, and Algebra 2. With the advancement of the new SAT and the way that our math has been redesigned now is that it's Integrated Math 1, Integrated Math 2, and Integrated Math 3, which are very much like the Algebra 1 Geometry and Algebra 2 traditional sequence. Next slide. Some possible pathways for your journey through high school could be these, which I know you guys can read, but pathway A sort of is, you can take Integrated Math 1 at the CP level, which will be a full year with a math lab on the off day. Then the next few courses you could take are Integrated Math 2, Integrated Math 3, and then some more advanced math classes depending on how the schedule forms up. Pathway B, students could come in and take Integrated Math 2, and then an Integrated Math 3, and then a pre-calculus class, which leads to some of our upper level math classes, which are several different AP style math classes, like AP Calculus AB, BC, AP Statistics, and some of the UConn courses. There aren't many electives in mathematics, but the electives that we do have often lead to either statistics or computer science. Next slide. I'm going to turn this over to Mr. Sarkar, because he's our computer science teacher, and he can talk a little bit about our computer science classes.
Hello, I'm Shannon Sarkar. I'm one of the computer science teachers here at Westhill High School. The most important takeaway for you today from my talk is that website that you see up there, westhillcs.com. If you go there, you will see that we have more than a dozen different offerings in computer science. And as a freshman, you might want to think about taking one of them. Basically, your pathway in computer science at Westhill falls into one of two categories, at least for freshman year. If you're in an honors math track, I would recommend either AP Computer Science Principles, or next year, for the first time, Ms. Kumar mentioned that we're also offering a new AP course called AP Cybersecurity. If you're on a CP math track, you have an option to take Intro to Computer Science or Python, and then move on to the AP courses starting in your sophomore year. I want to take a brief moment to talk about AP Computer Science Principles and what it means to take it as a freshman. This particular course is not like your other AP courses. There is no homework, there are no tests, only a few quizzes along the way, and the workload is built so that you can do all your work in time during class, so there's very little to do outside of class. That class is built to offer you a gentle introduction into computer science if you have little or no previous experience. I hope you will seriously consider taking AP Computer Science Principles next year. Once again, you are welcome to email me if you have any questions whatsoever about what to do for next year. Otherwise, I think you'll find that website will be very informative. Thank you very much for your time.
Up next, Miss Quattrochi. Big hand, please.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Camila Quattrochi. I'm the Department Head for Health and Physical Education. My contact information's up there for you, and I know you'll be getting all these slides. So if you feel like everything's information overload tonight, don't worry about it. You'll have all of these slides. Next. So your children have a lot of options in our health and physical education programs. Some are required courses, some are elective courses. They're all required to take health as a 1 credit requirement for graduation and phys ed as a 1 credit requirement. Typically during 9th and 10th grade, your children will take their health and phys ed required courses. In addition to the required health courses, we have some elective courses that they can take. We have human behavior, stress management, athletic leadership, and then we have these pathway programs. So our pathway programs are very unique opportunities for your students to explore opportunities that they might be interested in for a future career. So we do have the healthcare occupations pathway. Those also are eligible for STEM credits, which they'll need towards graduation. And for students that are interested in going into the healthcare field, medical field, this is a great opportunity for them. We have a new course next year, a CNA program, where students can actually take the course that will get them certified to become a certified nurse's assistant. And they can, it's a few years ahead of them. The freshmen don't take that one, but they can take that as a junior or a senior. Our public safety pathway for students interested in the public safety path, they can take those courses. They can start with Introduction to Public Safety as freshmen. So that's an opportunity for them. As they get older, they can also take the EMS program that we have here as well. For the physical ed program, you will be taking PE 9, which is your basic freshman phys ed course. And then for the other part of your PE requirement, you'll have tons of options. We have lots of different options in all the different phys ed areas for you. We have a wonderful weight room, we have a fitness center, we have a pool, a studio that we use for yoga and dance, and then a lot of different opportunities for you to take a course that you might have interest in. So you'll be able to select from any of those electives based on your choice of whatever you prefer. In addition, as you saw, our wonderful cadets are here tonight. They are going to be giving you tours. We do have a JROTC program here. That's a 4-year program that students can start their freshman year. Our instructors are going to be going out to the middle schools in the next couple months or a couple weeks and talking to the 8th graders at all of the incoming schools. So if your child wants to be part of this wonderful program, they'll have an opportunity to start that their freshman year as well. In addition, we do have intramural programs. In the morning, students can come in before school starts and participate in intramurals. We have PE staff that are here, and they can play basketball and volleyball and soccer before the first period starts. After school, we open up our fitness center for students, and they can use the fitness center after school as well, so they have that opportunity. As Mr. Rinaldi mentioned, Coach Cerrone, our athletic director, isn't here, but I put his information up here for you. He will be hosting a incoming freshman athlete night in the next coming weeks, but you can always reach out to him for information about athletics. Thank you very much. That's it for me.
Next up, Diane McNamara, Science Department Head.
Yes, hello, welcome everybody. It's good to see you here. I am the Science Department Head here at Westhill, and we have a very comprehensive science department. You are very lucky to come here. Of course, I'm very biased, thinking that we have the best science department in the state. We do. And as you come in, a freshman, right now you need 3 credits of science to graduate. And you'll come in, all 8th graders right now will come in and take integrated science. And that's a combination of several sciences to expose you to see what you might be interested in. And then we have many pathways you can choose depending on your interest. So here, you can also take Introduction to Robotics when you're a freshman, and we have a nice team that has been competing at the state level, so if that's something that you're interested in, you can start in that and then join the club and do some competitions there. Once you take integrated science, you can see that you may decide to take biology. That's usually a pathway that students will follow, and then chemistry. But with having integrated science, if you want, you could take honors chemistry your sophomore year and then move into AP Bio your junior year. You must take integrated science and biology before your senior year, because in your 3rd year, you take the state exam in science, and you have to have the background for that before you take the exam. So you can see that depending on your interest, you can then move on to physics, and then you can take electives. And you can go to the next slide. So you can see that we have many electives. When I say we have a comprehensive science selection, it's very true. You can see that bioethics, biotechnology, consumer chemistry, earth science, all of the ones listed here, really, those are your half-year classes and then even your full-year classes. Human physiology and public health key into a pathway you can have if you want to go into something medical, but you can also have classes that may be marine biology. It might be something that you're interested. We have forensics. A lot of, when our CSI television shows came on, a lot of students were interested in forensics, and we have those classes. So something here, and it's been said by other DHs, is finding out what you're interested in, what you would like to pursue. And there's so many classes here for you to do that. Teachers to talk to figure out what that is. And some of you may come in right away, know what you're doing. You can talk to myself or other science teachers saying, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a marine biologist. And they will set you on that pathway, help with guidance counselors. But even if you don't know what you want to do, there's so many things to choose from and explore. Please take the opportunity when you're here to take advantage of that. We, like I said, best science program in the state. You're very lucky. And thank you for your time.
Up next is Dr. Lisa Ford.
Thank you. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Do I know anyone out there? Anyone had me as a teacher? Last time we did this, someone stopped me on the way out. They were like, oh yes, I do remember you. Okay, maybe. So social studies, we'll start with a little active participation on your part for a moment. Think to yourself, have you ever watched a movie, read a book, watched a mini-series, watched a TV series that involved the study of history? If so, please stand up. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Come on. Come on. Come on. Nice time to stretch, too. Nice time to stretch. Okay, we have. That's it. Are you sure? Okay, so, young person in the front, what did you watch? Yes, you, young person. Yes, yes. You read a book. What was the context of the book? World War II historical fiction. Thank you. Don't sit down yet. Which one? So, what did you watch or read? Come on, don't be shy. Okay. Oh, you're being helped out. Go ahead. Yes, you. Vikings. Oh, how apropos. Vikings. Okay, so why? Why is there so much written, videos made, movies made, miniseries made about social studies? Because social studies is fascinating. Social studies is about the human condition. And here at Westhill, social studies is meant to be active participation. Its purpose is to instill curiosity. So we offer so many different courses in social studies. If you're interested, you just scan there and you could see all the different courses that you could take while you're here as a student. I do say, and Mr. Rinaldi could tell me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure social studies is the most popular self-selected courses here at Westhill, that more students take social studies electives by choice than any other department, because we have an outstanding faculty of social studies teachers, and we're here to, again, what do we want students to do? To raise questions, explore, and to come to their own conclusions. Now, just as far as, again, nitty-gritty, if you scan that here, it tells you a little bit about social studies in 9th grade. It's world history. Don't think about it as facts and numbers and timelines. Yes, that stuff is important, but it's more important that you are able to think, and that you're able to explore things that you're interested in. And we hope that that is done in social studies. There is the ability to take an AP class in 9th grade. That's AP Human Geography. If you're interested in AP Human Geography and you did not sign up for it yet, or if you have any questions, you can contact me. But if you scan that code for AP Human Geography, everything you need to know about AP Human Geography is connected to that scan code. The other thing that I want to mention while I have you in front of me, UConn, okay? Here at Westhill, you could earn UConn credits. UConn credits that are then transferable to other schools. It's not just in social studies that we offer courses where you can gain UConn credits. Other departments have it too. Just an example, my niece started college with 36 credits under her belt. Where did she gain them? Here at Westhill. So she started as over a sophomore in college. And she's not the only one, other students have done it too. So social studies, thinking, creative thinking, participation. You want more information about the specifics about the courses, please scan those different codes and have a wonderful night.
Up next is Elaine Katita, Department Head for Special Education.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Lisa. That was a very hard act to follow. My name is Elaine Katita, and I am the Special Education Department Head here at Westhill. You will find that our department is very, very supportive of all of the students here at Westhill. The one message that I would like to impart with all of you is that special education is not a place. It is a service that we provide to students. We offer individualized students based on student need, and we have a wide variety of support services that we offer, from students who just need a little bit of extra guidance, maybe a little bit of a push to remind them to do their homework, all the way down to students who need some major supports in terms of their medical and cognitive abilities. So we are the special ed department. We are here for you if you need us. My contact information is there, and please, please feel free to reach out if you need any or have any questions. Thank you and have a good night.
Okay, folks, we are running a little bit behind schedule, so we have 2 department heads that couldn't be here, but they were kind enough to prepare videos along with their slides. So we're going to encourage you, either tonight or some other time when you go home, to check out English and Fine Arts. And you will hear from our department heads for English, Miss Wheeler, and for Fine Arts, Miss Conrad. But because we're running low on time and they couldn't be here, it's a video. You get the full presentation once this is up on our website. So we're going to move right toward now school counseling. Our school counseling department head also cannot be here tonight. That's Miss Katz, but Miss Obis, who was also a school counselor back in the day, will present on the important role of our school counselors and information you need to know there. And then we're going to get ready for the tours.
Good evening and thank you. Next slide. So you all received a lot of information today. It's probably, you're probably thinking it's very overwhelming. But the school counselor is here to help you navigate the next 4 years of your child's life. And for your students, your guidance counselor is that to-go person. So make sure when you meet that counselor that first day of school that you connect with that counselor, because they will be with you throughout the 4 years and will help you navigate all this information you just heard. So what counselors do is put together what's called a 4-year planner. And this document you can have at home, and every year when your student has passed the class, you can add it to the 4-year planner. We keep a 4-year planner to just make sure that we're not missing anything in terms of credits and requirements for graduation. So to be promoted as a freshman, and Mr. Rinaldi went over what it takes to be successful here. So as a 9th grader, you need to receive 5.5 points or more to become a sophomore. As an 11th grader, you would need 11.5 credits or more to move on to the 11th grade. And to move on to the 12th grade, you need 17 credits or more to move on. These are minimum. And of course, to graduate, it's now 25 credits needed to graduate. So your counselor, school counselor, is going to be the most important person outside of your teachers to make that connection with, and make sure that parents, it's a partnership, that you are engaging in your students' education here in high school, and that guidance counselor is that person that's going to help you be effective in doing that. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Obis. Okay, just to close it out, and thank you for your patience. Social media, if you are so inclined, I am at Westhill_principal. School counselors are at Westhill Counselors, and Westhill Athletics is at Westhill Athletics. There are Instagram accounts for just about every club and sports team as well, but I would say, I'm a little biased maybe, but I would say that these 3 Instagram accounts are, if you're going to be on Instagram and follow some of this, these are the 3 you want to probably start with for sure. All right, now, let's have the content, or the little trivia thing. But before I do that, I need to call up a very impressive young man. I would like to call up, please, hold on 1 second. Sorry. I need a cadet leader, Angelo Carrillo, to come up here. Big hand for this young man. Look how he walks. Just just stand at attention. Let me see how that looks. My God. All right, so you're going to help me. So we're going to do the, let's sit over here. Come over here. A little more centered. We're going to do the trivia questions for one lucky member of the class of 2029 to get a free hoodie or whatever they want over there. So, kids, when we were looking at the acronym, the O in Westhill and proud, in the word proud, the O stood for on track? Raise your hand. You don't have to do more than that. Raise your hand if you can tell me one of the indicators for being on track. I saw your hand first, and you're very excited. You have to come up here, though. Come over here. Wait, are you coming to high school? Now, what are you doing? I blame the parents. You were trying to, okay. Well, you're very enthusiastic, but we got to wait on you a little bit. And I'm sorry, you just looked a little young. All right, all right, yes, right there. Yep, come over here, yes. Come here. He's like, I don't know, come on. All right. No, come on, don't worry about it. Hit the stairs over there, hurry up. Let's go. And, what's that? You can come up. Come on. All right. And, hold on. Okay, what's your name? What is it? Eager. Nice to meet you. I'm Principal Rinaldi. Nice to meet you, pal. You ready to come to high school? Yeah, excited? Okay, very good. The question is, what does the O? There are 3 aspects for the O in proud. On track. Give me one. Just give me one.
To have above a 90% average in attendance.
90% better or for attendance. Eager, you got it. And you know what? That's my personal favorite because you have to be in school. And so, could introduce yourself. Okay. Angelo Corello is going to take you to the table because I don't have like a little thing to give you to make sure. So you make sure he gets what he needs. And now, the aforementioned awesome Angelo Corello is going to explain to you how we are going to do the tours. Sir, take it away.
Good evening, everyone. So, how we're going to do this is I would like to please ask all the parents that are sitting on the right wing and the left wing of the auditorium to please stand up, and students in an orderly fashion, and exit the auditorium where you will be met with cadets in similar uniforms and will be assigned to groups for your tour. So people on the right and left wings, please stand up and exit the auditorium. People in the middle, please stay seated for now. Thank you.
Folks, after the tour, we're done. So you just leave after the tour. Now, obviously, if you're not interested in the tour, you can just go. But that's the end of the evening. So there you go. You're out. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, James, could you turn off the camera? Press the button, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, while you wait, I'd like to take the opportunity to, if you guys have any questions about JRTC or anything of the sort, please ask the cadets that are in the uniform or